Hello guys, it's me, Nikki. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Oh, I'm so excited for this video. Hello everybody. I am beyond excited for today's challenge / makeup tutorial video. In 2017, I believe, Promise Fan did a video where she completely transformed herself into a Bratz doll. Now, 2 years later, in 2019, it has become a movement. It has become a viral challenge, and everybody is turning themselves into Bratz dolls. I couldn't be more excited. When I tell you that Bratz really hit home for me because I used to be obsessed with Bratz. I feel like my obsession for makeup kind of really started there. Like a little seed was planted in my brains when I got my first Bratz. Like every single time the makeup was popping. Every single time I was like, oh my God, those lips, I need them. How wonderful that now 15 years later, I actually do have those lips now. Bratz hold a very special place in my heart, and when I found out about this challenge and that it actually was a challenge, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. So I drove to one of the best toy stores here in Holland, and this is what happened. Okay, this is all Barbie. Where are the Bratz? God dang it. Every Bratz? Bratz. Yeah, nice. All right, so literally walked up to the store, looked on my own, didn't see any Bratz, and then she was like, no, Bratz are like really over. Nobody really wants Bratz anymore. And I'm like, ouch, my youth. Today's youth will never know how good it was back then. We're the girls with the passion for fashion. Bratz. So unfortunately, today's video will have to do without an actual Bratz doll in my existence, in my life right now. Now for today's Bratz transformation, that's word of the day. There are a lot of renditions on this look. You can either be like super inspired by the style and the makeup and just do your own kind of spin on that. I see people doing the sort of anime manga eyes that I did in this video and that we saw Promise do too. But I'm today gonna just wing it, because I never know what I'm really doing in my life. I know that James just finished recording his look for the Bratz challenge. We FaceTime each other. Let's not do a Bob Ross again. I know that James is uploading on Friday. Mine is here right now. Please, no drama, please. We are aware. So the look that I'm recreating today is by this Instagram account right here. This is Martin Cantos. Martin Canos. So Martin made this insane, beautiful, colorful Bratz doll, and immediately I was obsessed and in love. She's wearing rainbow eyes. I need to wear rainbow eyes. So yeah, that is what I'm doing today. I am doing the Bratz makeup challenge. I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm ready. Alrighty, so I think the best method here would be to just work on our base first, get that flawless, get that perfect, and then we can take a dive into those very Bratz-like eyes. So get the full coverage foundation out, get the primers out, get the powder out. It is time to bake. First, I'll be going in with this CoverFX primer right here. So I've been trying this over the last couple of days. They recently came out with a lot of primers. Not sponsored. I have seen a couple of influencers do videos on these. I don't know if they were sponsored. I'm not. I just want to let you know that the gripping one is where it's at. This is super, super sticky. When you apply this, it literally feels like you have a sticky sort of like nourishing mask on. You know what I like about sticky primers? I feel like they just grab the foundation and all the base products and really make them last and, you know, sit well on the face. So I'm using that to prime, and I've been using it over the last couple of days. It's awesome. Time for foundation. Now today I want to be trying a brand new foundation out. It's actually my first time trying it. This is by Hourglass. This is called the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. Now you might know the Vanish term from their stick foundation. Their triangle stick foundation is the Vanish one too, and they came out with a liquid version. So I really want to try that on my face today. So that is what I'm doing. All right, and then using my sponge, I'm just gonna remove my face. Oh my God, that coverage is insane. Oh my God. Okay. By vanish, did they mean make the face vanish? I am capital shook city at this coverage. Like, did not see that one coming here. Well, you know what? I wanted my face to look like a doll because I'm transforming myself into a Bratz doll, and they literally have perfect skin, plastic skin. I am looking like that today. This is amazing. Just for shizzles and giggles, I'm applying a bit of concealer. It takes a lot for me to be overwhelmed with a foundation. And I feel like for the first time in a really, really long time, I am overwhelmed. I feel like this might be one of the most full coverage foundations I have ever tried in my life. We might be onto something here, people. Now I'm baking the face using the Butter Pro Filt'r Setting Powder by Fenty. Okay, so while I'm here pounding the life out of my face and making myself look plastic, I am gonna do my brows off camera and probably the first eye too to sort of gather my thoughts. And then I'll be back to show you how to do it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I feel like it's been like 3 hours, but ta-da! I can tell you already that I'm absolutely living for it. So now I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right, so the first product I'm gonna use is this P.Louise base, but this is in a different color than I usually use. This is in the color 1. And using a sponge, I'm just gonna tap this onto my lid and crease area. Then dipping into this Bright Lights palette by Pinky Rose, and just look at all these colors. Oh, I'm going in with this hot pink here called Becky. And I'm picking this color up on a Morphe M562 brush. Picking that pink up, placing this in the inner portion of my crease. So when you look at your crease, and you kind of divide it in thirds, this is like the inner third. Little by little, I'm just gonna distribute that color, and we'll focus on blending later. So softly placing it right there, going all the way towards the inner portion, almost hitting like the nose line and going up. It's all about that extremeness today. Then on a very similar brush, I'm taking Dreamsicle, this sort of like peachy orange, and sort of leaving a gap in the center here because we're adding yellow later on. So kind of continuing right here, defining our new crease. So right there. And then once you reach the end of your eye, you kind of want to swoop it up towards the tail of your brow. Right here. And that will make for a perfect blend later on. For the yellow in the center, I'm going in with this beautiful bright yellow right here. I was like, where am I? This is Lit from that same palette, and on another very like small detail pointer blender brush, this is a Morphe M507, just placing that right on there. And you kind of want to wiggle it back and forth between the pink and that orange to make it a nice little mesh. And then we're also just gonna buff that up, almost hitting our brow. Just a warning that this look is gonna look like a total mess until the very, very, very end. So now, once we have this explosion of a crease going on, it is time for the purple wing. Now, the purple wing in the end is not as, intense, but we need it for structure. I'm taking a Morphe M456 brush and dipping into the purple of the palette. And I'm placing this onto my outer corner. And as if I'm drawing a very extreme winged eyeliner, I'm gonna take that up. And we're going past the brow. It's gonna look crazy, I know, don't worry, don't freak out. Now we're just softly gonna intensify that and buff and blend it out. So I'm gonna buff it into that orange here, make it one, make them friends. Now picking up a Zoeva 228 brush and taking the pink, and I'm just softly gonna blow that out a bit more on that inner corner. You know how I love to drag that inner crease color into the front of my brow. So today, even though I'm a Bratz doll, I'm doing it too. Now remember, I did warn you, it's gonna look like a mess until it all starts coming along. Now that we have this, we're cutting the lid. So I'm going in with my favorite cut crease maker brush by Nebula Cosmetics. I pick up some more of that P.Louise Base and I just start dragging in my lid shape. Now I'm going very high up because I wanna be dramatic and a doll. By stamping the brush flat against the skin, you're sort of creating the shape with your brush. I'm dipping into another Pinky Rose palette. This one is called Obsessed, and I take the color Fresh to set the inner part of my lid. You also want to be applying this using a patting motion. You don't want to drag because then you're basically going to scratch at that base that you just applied so perfectly. So tap that color on top, sort of like a magnet on top of it. Now that same palette has a shimmering neon yellow. It's called Stay Golden. I'm applying that right in between the purple and the sort of shimmery light color to create niceness on the eyeball. All right, if you made it this far, there's no going back. Like maybe before you cut the crease, there was going back, but right now there's no going back. You might as well finish. Now it is time to create our wing. So I'm taking a black liner, creating my wing, and then with a brown liner, I am sort of framing the cut crease to give it a more Barbie Bratz-like feel. Okay, are you still there? Are you still breathing? Okay, take a breather. Okay, calm down. Calm down, you got this. Don't cry, don't cry. You're gonna mess it all up. You got this. Okay, we're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay, so on the other eye and on the inspiration pick, there was green, and I tried to do that, look like crap. So we're just gonna act like there's no green up in here, like that's just shadow, and I'm just gonna pose like this a lot so you don't see the green, but we're not doing the green on the other eye because it was a mistake, I flopped. Now it's time to create that ultimate iconic Bratz inner corner. Pull a brown liner from my inner corner down and then back to my lower lash line, and that's gonna create this like sort of new inner corner, and that Bratz like, hello sexy. Okay, so that is the outline. Of course, you're not gonna leave it like that. Now I'm going to apply the shadows right here to sort of make that new inner corner look like it's supposed to be there. For that, I'm picking up the Obsessed Pinky Rose palette again and taking the color No Fear. No fear, because NikkieTutorials is here. Okay, I'll stop. So you want to treat that line as if it's your new inner corner. I'm taking this color right here called Whatever. These palettes are so much fun. I'm really gonna add that depth and ground a bit. Oh yes, we're getting there. And don't be afraid to go like super low down with this. We're gonna look like a doll, you know? So this really isn't the time to complain about it not looking natural. You know, and I just want to put it out there that if you're watching this and you hate makeup and you're about to attack the keyboard, letting me know that this is too much, honestly, save yourself the 20 seconds of your day and move on. Cause like, honey, look, this is not natural. We all know it. All right, this is optional. You totally don't have to do this because I have to dip into another Pinky Rose palette to actually do this step, but they have this beautiful sort of like hunter green. It's called Discreet. And I just wanna place that right here, meeting up to that wing because that is what the inspiration pick had. You guys, I am having so much fun with this challenge. We're playing with color, we're playing with a little bit of drag, it's extreme. This is everything the makeup community needs right now. I'm now just gonna take a liquid white liner, use any that you have laying around, to fill in the new inner corner. And then believe it or not, it's time for lashes. Now lashes are totally optional. I'm gonna cut up a couple of drag lashes that have these like super long spikes. And I'm just gonna plant them like randomly to give this like flirty Bratz look. So I'm just gonna do that off camera real quick and I'll be right back to completely transform the face even more. Okay, the Bratz eyes are looking delicious. It really reminds me of a video I did forever ago, and I believe I even called that a Bratz Halloween look. It was when I recreated an Adore Delano RuPaul's Drag Race look, and this really reminds me of that, but colorful. So first, bronzing. For bronzer, I'm using my Jouer Bronzing Duo. So basically you wanna pull everything up just like the eyes. So instead of placing your bronzer sort of like on the cheek, you kinda wanna do it on top of the cheek, almost where you would normally highlight. This will totally lift that face and give you that Bratz pulled up look. I will, shockingly, be wearing a dark wig later on to really fulfill the fantasy of this Bratz, but I do wanna bronze this empty space of nothing that is called my forehead. And I'm also bronzing the nose. Okay, I'm really gonna contour that nose now, so I take my contour shade and I push this portion up, a little bit on the sides. And then I go right across here to sort of create this like button feel. And then I carve out the sides to make it super perfect and small. For blush, I'm using a bright, bright pink. This one right here. This one is by MAC, and this is called What I Fancy. And what I fancy right now is a hamburger because I'm starving. And this is going right on the front of the cheek. So basically not even like the apple of the cheek, like right in front, like right underneath the eye. So now with my glazed donut highlighter, I'm just gonna put some highlighter on the tip of my nose, and this is really gonna transform it into one of those Bratz noses. And then also a little bit here on the bridge. And a little bit right here to highlight the cheeks. I am literally just applying highlight everywhere because I want my skin to look like a doll, like a plastic figure. Okay, it's time for the most iconic portion of this entire look, the lips. Now, Bratz lips are iconic, first of all, but there's always that lip liner that's 1, too dark, 2, very present, 3, barely blended out, and it's just always, oh, it's so good. So my Bratz look has this sort of like darker nude lip. Let's do it, baby. So I'm just going, even though I have lip fillers, I'm going way above them. And if you're wondering, the lip pencil I'm using is by Kylie Cosmetics. This is Dirty Rose. So I am gonna fade the lip pencil in on the bottom lip a bit, but on the top as minimal as possible. Then for lipstick, I'm taking a dive into Flirt by Morphe. And then of course, a super frosty, glittery gloss. And this is by J. Cat. And this is a Lip Tonics Extreme Shimmer Topper in the color Pebbles BFF. All right, I'll be right back. I'm transforming into my outfit and my wig, and I'll be right back. Oh my God. And that, guys, concludes today's Bratz makeup challenge. I cannot tell you how much fun I had. Like, oh my God, the transformation is real. I cannot even tell you how much fun I had with this one. It brought me back to my youth. It brought me back to all those memories of playing with my Bratz dolls, and now I actually look like one. I think this is such a fun and creative new makeup challenge here on YouTube, and if you're in the mood to play with makeup, I say transform yourself into a Bratz doll and you're gonna have so much fun with this one. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you really did enjoy it, then please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.